All right, we're going to record this so that if anyone misses it, they can listen to it later. Um, but thank you for joining me. I am excited for our first competition. At any point, let me know if you can't hear me or you can't see my screen. I should be sharing the same email that you have already gotten. I will keep mute on for everyone, but feel free to type into the chat. And then when I'm done going through everything, I will answer everyone's questions. And if I don't answer anything, you can always send me or Tiffany an email after this asking more. So ask away. I'd rather you ask. I'd rather everyone feel comfortable and feel like they know what they're going into. Okay, so Jams, we are at the Anaheim Convention Center. It's pretty large. If you haven't been there before, there's kind of two separate entries. One that's like closest to the I want to say it's like the Marriott, and one that's like a little bit closer to the Hilton. We will be in the main arena, which is on the more towards Catella, more towards the right side. I just don't know if that's the door they're going to have us enter through. Every competition is kind of like a free-for-all when you show up. You just show up and kind of see where it's at. So plan for time, because once you get there, you're going to have to find your coach. You're going to have to find us. And our coaches will post a picture of where they're meeting, but it's going to take some time for you to find it. And we can't pre-pick that spot because we don't necessarily know if another team's already going to be standing there or if they're going to lock this door and open a different door. So we kind of have to wing it. Once the first few teams have gone, then the next few teams kind of will get to know where we're going to be. So get there early. Parking will be tough if you're driving up the morning of. The parking in the convention center parking garage is $20, but you can find cheaper parking if you look around. My father always finds free street parking, but has to walk about a mile, but he will not pay for parking. So it's possible. You just have to do some searching. So make sure you get there early. Spectator fees are $20, children are 10, and then if I think it's like 6 and younger or 5 and younger, they're free. The ticket booth will be open as early as 6:30 a.m. And they should be able to sell tickets all day. Their arena is pretty large. We don't have a final schedule yet. That's why this schedule does not have our check-in time or a warm-up time or our awards time. They normally send it to us before Thursday, which I know it's very hard to wait. It's hard for me to wait also. But we kind of just have to wait and see what happens. Our check-in time is probably about an hour and a half before we compete, just so you get an idea. Especially at the first competition, we will ask everyone to get there early. As soon as I know that the whole team and every family is good at being on time, I will move our check-in times closer to our warm-ups. Okay. So this is something throughout the whole season. Okay. If we get really good at being on time, if I say check-ins at 7 and the whole team is there at 6:55, I will know that that team has got it together. And next time their check-in time will be a little bit closer to warm-up. But I can't trust anyone until we do it. So be early. That way we don't have any stress going on. As soon as I have the check-in time, the warm-up time, the compete time, awards time, I will let you know. Awards should not be much later than 12:30. That's what they said the block of time for our whole program is. So there'll be rolling award ceremonies, which means most likely if Hula Girls competed at 8:40, their awards will be around like 10. Something like that. And then Beach Babes Awards will probably be around 10:30. It's not a ginormous competition. The first few in the season are never that big. So it shouldn't be too long. And I will send that as soon as I have it. Our competition info. If you don't like your GroupMe, make sure that you are talking to your team mom via text, right? Because in the GroupMe, we will post we're meeting at door A, or something happened backstage and they pushed us 5 minutes, right? It's the fastest thing for the coaches and the team parents to get info to you. So if you don't like GroupMe and you're like, I don't want to use this thing, just make sure that the team mom has your cell phone number and you have the team mom's cell phone number. And that way, if weird things are happening and changes need to be made, you have a good way of getting in touch with everyone, because email is not going to work. Try to problem solve with your team mom or your team parents before you problem solve with your coaches. The coaches have to do our own separate check-in, and most of them deal with 2 different teams. The junior coaches are also on a team. We're pretty busy. So if you can problem solve with your team mom first, you'll probably get the answer faster than if you're trying to get in touch with one of your coaches. Check-in time, the one that I'm going to post up here, check-in time is going to be when you need to be your athlete needs to be fully ready to go. So not showing up, holding a sandwich, drinking Starbucks, have to curl. Somebody said they'll curl my hair. No, it's not going to happen. If check-in time is at 7 and your daughter's hair is not done, they are leaving you without their hair done. And that's that. The check-in time is when we are going to take the athletes backstage. When we take them backstage, they can't bring anything with them. No backpack, no warm-up jacket, no cell phone. They can bring a water bottle, but I suggest like a plastic one that you don't mind losing, because we all know that everyone loses everything everywhere. So that's the only thing they can bring with them, but they need to be fully ready, uniform on, shoes on, hair done, makeup done. That's what the check-in time means. So if you are having somebody curl your hair, make sure that you are meeting them way before that check-in time. Hair is going to be curly. I think that the 2 tiny teams do their pigtails with curly. I'll let their coaches confirm. But everyone else is going to be up in a high pony with curls and their bow on. When at the check-in time, when you leave your athlete, most families just go inside and find a seat together. So I would suggest getting with your team parents and sitting together. That way you guys can be together and cheer together. It's more fun if everyone sits together. If you have a Calico shirt, of course, we would love for you to wear it so we could represent. When the team performs, there's usually a special spectator area. So if you haven't been to a competition before, they'll block off the sides or the front of the stage area, and you will get to come up only when it's Cali Coast teams. You can go to the front for any Cali Coast team. You just can't go to the front for a different gym, right? So I urge everyone who's around to come to the front for every Cali Coast team. The girls do better when we have a lot of people cheering for them. So even if you're just walking by, your team's already done, but you see that Cali Coast is going on, come on up, cheer for the girls. We're one gym, we're one program together. If you can stay and watch all the teams, please do. This competition is not that long, so it's a really good one for you to be able to watch everyone. Some competitions are from like 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. and there's no way you can watch everyone, and I get it. But this one's not that bad of a schedule, so if you're available, please come represent. Another thing I always beg of all the parents, put your cell phones down. Okay, when the kids are on the stage and looking at a sea of cell phones and no one cheering, it does not help them. They want to see you jumping up and down. They want to see you clapping. They want to see you cheering for them. They want to see you looking at them. When you're holding your phone, you don't move, because then you'll get a shaky video. We will make sure that we have a good video of every team. We'll load it to that YouTube platform that we have, and then everyone can share it with their cousins and whoever they want to share it with. But yeah, I'm asking, please put your phones down, be present in the moment. They need you. It's like a 2-minute routine. They need your face, not your phone. Once they walk off the stage, they'll meet with their coach backstage. They'll probably watch a little video of what happened, and then we will give them to you. So after you watch the team, gather off to the side of the stage. There'll be an area, and wait for the coach to bring your athletes to you. You then have them until awards. Whenever awards are, they'll be in a different room than the arena. Whenever they are, you will bring your athlete there. The coach will probably say, hey, meet 15, 20 minutes before. You'll bring your athlete there. Again, we'll have to find each other, and then all the athletes will sit together and all the parents will sit together. Every competition's a little bit different. So even though that's pretty vague, that's what happens. There's a lot of times where I'm like, okay, check your group me. We'll tell you where to meet. We're meeting by this ginormous green pole. And it sounds ridiculous, but it's really the only way. So just be watching your schedule, be watching your clock, and be watching your group me. Let's see. Awards, makeup kits. If you don't have one, you still want one, they're still available from that website. You don't need to purchase one because your team parents have one. But if you want to use it, make sure you get with them before check-in time, like probably at least 20 to 30 minutes before check-in time, so you can put the makeup on. Again, if the check-in time says 7 and you come at 6:58 trying to put on makeup, I'm going to take your athlete away without makeup. And I don't think they'll be thrilled, right? But the warm-up schedule backstage doesn't bend for us, right? If we are a minute late back there, they just lose that warm-up time. And I care more about them being in the zone and mentally prepared and physically prepared than what their face is going to look like. So be on time if you need to do makeup. Hair, okay, we did that. Crossovers, we only have a few crossovers, but all of our crossovers kind of know, the spiel by now. If there's tight times for any of the crossovers, the coaches have a plan. So don't worry. The coaches will take your kids, they will move them from warm-up floor, and they will figure it out for you. You don't have to worry. The coaches are always on top of that. And then lastly, sportsmanship. We have always been a program that is nice to every other program. We're nice to the staff. We know that every child out there, whether they're our gym or another gym, has worked their butt off to get where they're at. So please keep that going. We really haven't had many problems in the past. The staff, the convention staff there, like they probably don't get paid much. Like, just be kind to everyone, because everyone is high stress and emotions are wild, because it's a stressful and exciting and nerve-wracking day for everyone. So I'm just asking, please keep that going. If there's a problem, come to me right away, or text Tiffany or text me right away so that we can help fix it. But otherwise, just try our best to keep calm and kind to everyone. Remember our CAPS value system, and we can deal with anything after competition, right? If there was a problem between a JAMS staff member and a coach, right? We could deal with that afterwards. We don't want to stress the kids out more than they're already stressed. So if we can wait on any problems, let's wait till we get back. If it's something I need to know right away, obviously let me know right away. But otherwise, just, please be respectful. That is it for my frequently asked questions. Why don't you guys type some stuff into the chat if you are thinking of any things that I haven't answered, or anyone who's been to competition with us, text anything to the chat that you think is helpful that maybe I didn't cover. I'll give everyone a minute. This document is the same. Okay, so our question, somebody asked, can I access this document? It's the same exact thing, that is the same exact email that went out. So we just I just copied and pasted this into the email. So you should have this exact whole thing in your email. But if not, Bridget, then just message me and let's make sure that you get it to your email. Okay. But yeah, this whole thing is the same exact one that we emailed out. And I'll keep emailing it again as I get the rest of the information. What else? Good question. You guys are making it too easy. Let me think of anything. Anyone have any advice for our new families? Megan, that's a good point. Times change throughout the day, so be flexible. Don't go far away from the arena. She's right. So, I mean, every once in a while, something crazy will happen backstage, like an athlete gets hurt, and it might not even be our team, but they'll push things around. One time somebody threw up all over the mats right before us. They had to remove all the mats, start over. And then a parent missed the performance because it was a different time. Don't go far away, stay close, and make sure that you're paying attention to that group meet, because it does happen. And it's super frustrating. I don't want anyone to miss just because something weird happened. One time our team was pushed up 5 minutes, right before they were supposed to go on, because somebody in front of us got injured and we agreed to swap with them, and 2 parents missed the performance. So just be aware of group me and stuff like that. Our other question is, will it be vendors? Yeah, I'm sure they will. I'm sure there'll be like a Jams table, Jam shirts. I don't know about flowers. Jams Nationals does a lot of cute presents. The one in Vegas, but this one, it's hard to tell what they're gonna have. I think they'll have some stuff. They'll definitely like sell bows and things like that, snacks. But yeah, just I'm not positive about flowers, but definitely some vendors. If somebody doesn't make it in on time, will the team still go on? Yes. Yeah, that's it. If somebody isn't there on time, we will move on without them. There's really no other way because the competition company will not wait for us. So yeah, if somebody's not on time, we will keep going. So just be on time. Be on time. And make sure you're communicating with us, right? If something's happening. At the showcase, we had like 2 or 3 people that we went inside for warm-ups without. But we were able to still have a coach standing outside and grab them and run them into warm-ups, and it worked out fine, right? But we will continue on with the program, right? We can't stop. Angela said it's a good life lesson for team sports. It is team sports about, everyone. What else? Lorena, I'm recording this, so I'm going to send it out in an email. She missed the beginning, and wants me to review, but I'm recording it. So I will, as soon as I get off this, I will send it via email to everyone. So you guys can go back on everything. And then Bridget, your hair is curly, up and curly. Anybody else? Tonight, tomorrow, feel free to message me with a million questions. It's okay. It's fine. Right. The day of is the day that I don't want all the thousands of questions today, tomorrow, Friday, throw them at me and I'll be able to answer. Saturday, I'll be running around like a crazy person. So I probably can't answer it that much. Nowadays, I try to play the cheer music for all of our teams, where we used to split that up as coaches, but it's a terrifying job. It's the worst job ever because if you mess up the cheer music, the girls freak out. So I run for like backstage to watch one team warm up, and then I play their music, and then I go backstage and music. So my phone is not always on. If I'm playing music, my phone is definitely on silent so that I don't mess anything up. We had another question. Do natural curls count as curly, or should we straighten our hair in the curl? Why don't you? It's a good question. If the natural curls look like the cheer curls when it's up and they're like ringlets and they look, then yeah, that's fine, right? Because the same thing, like my hair is straight. So if I put it in a ponytail, I wouldn't straighten it. I would just make sure it's in a ponytail for the straight day. So as long as the natural curls look like pretty much like the cheer curls, then we're good with that. Let's see. A spectator link. Do you mean for spectator tickets? I think they haven't sent us a spectator link for tickets yet, so I don't know if they're just going to sell them day of at the door. It's hard with this Jams competition. We've never specifically been to this one. I don't know what they did in the past, but if I see a ticket link that lets you buy them ahead of time, I'll send it out as soon as I see it. For now, just assume that you're going to have to buy it at the gate. Rich is asking, what time will parents be there for makeup? You got to talk to your team parent. Depends what time your check-in is, but they will be there before check-in time. So reach out to your team parent to find out what time you should do makeup. Anybody else? Well, I'm excited. I know we have a lot of new families this year, so it'll be fun. Just chat with the families who've been around for a while. The most important thing is trying to keep your athlete, calm and collected in the morning. Make sure they eat. Make sure they've had enough water. Please don't keep them up super late on Friday night. They can go out on Saturday night, right? They're done. We want everyone to be successful. They work so hard at it that we don't want to throw it away because somebody had a really rough night, right? This is what they've been working for. So thank you for your support and for allowing us to play with your athletes all the time. And then yeah, if you think of any other questions, I'm gonna sign off here, but if you think of any other questions, message me on GroupMe, text me, call me, and I will answer everything else. But this way we can let everyone go. Thank you guys. Have a good night. See you on Saturday.